camels from woven palm trees. Their goats were made of palm sticks bound together with ropes. Sudden storms and high winds meant that fishing was dangerous but rewarding. Fish that wasn't eaten immediately was hung up to dry or preserved and sold. Some of it we ate, and some we exchanged with traders for other things like tea and rice. Most of our homes were arish, made of date palm sticks and mats, although some were built with materials from the seashore, coral stone and limestone. The walls reflected the heat of the sun. Inside, the room stayed cooler in the midday heat. Camels hold a special place in our hearts. We honor these royal and noble creatures which can endure the blazing desert heat for the camels perfectly adapted to my winter desert. These camels have been loaded with dates, dried fish, household goods, and food. They used to cover huge distances to reach the oases inland at Liwa and Al-Ain, along routes that camels have traveled for generations. Camel trains carried wood, charcoal, food, and fodder back and forth between the coast and the inland oases, bringing much needed supply. They also transported whole families every day from the coast to the oases to escape the worst of the summer humidity. This is what makes camels happy. In the desert, they can smell water from many miles. This oasis is fed by cool underground springs and a network of barrages, man-made channels which bring water from the mountains. Here we produce dates, cereals, vegetables, fruit and fodder. It's a kind of paradise, cool and tranquil. At night, the birds settle in the safety of the trees, and you have to keep a watchful eye for the snakes and scorpions. The camel-raising beds were nomadic during the months of good rain, and would settle around the oasis wells in the summer. Many would live in traditional desert tents made of woven cloth. These were furnished with rugs and divided into separate quarters for men and women. Here, in the food preparation area, women with cauldrons and bread-making pans to make a family meal. Next door, in the measures, the men's quarters, the men would meet in the evening to talk and drink coffee. Our ancestors began to settle here more than 5,000 years ago, and they made the most of the world around them. Copper mining was one of the earliest industries here. Miners hammered away at rocks with hand-made tools to uncover seams of copper ore in the mountains. Sometimes they would use fire to crack the rock face. It was a dark, dangerous place to work. Once mined, the copper ore was heated to separate the copper from the ore, a process known as smelting. Molten liquid copper was poured into molds to make tools, weapons, and jewelry. Once the casts had cooled, they were hammered into shape.
Present our three children, turn to page 17. Can anybody tell me what they see here?
Please, sir.
Ahmed?
The man is diving for pearls. My great-grandfather was a pearl diver. He could hold his breath for ages. He taught me to swim and dive. One day, I'd like to be a diver too.
the sea is now blue. In the last century, huge fleets of burning vessels set out from Abu Dhabi every summer. The departure of the fleets was a major event. Families left behind were anxious about their loved ones. Some of the men never returned. The divers were weighted down as they plunged to the shallow banks to search for oysters. It was a dangerous job. With stinging jellyfish, sharp corals, and no breathing. But a lucky diver might establish a family support to keep their spirits up and inhale the charm to inspire the birds, leading them all in songs which marked each stage of their work. The underwater islands they were protected souls and dived to the seafloor to work on the pipes, moving through the murky waters amongst the fishes and creatures of the sea. It is hard, skilled work on the oil drilling platforms. Highly trained men operate the drills, pumps, and other heavy machinery, extracting crude oil from beneath the surface. These futuristic structures are oil production facilities. Huge quantities of oil are produced every day at offshore and onshore production facilities. But even this modern industry was built using traditional skills. Pearl divers helped to lay the undersea pipes, and dhows kept fresh supplies coming in. Nowadays, massive service activities, dynamic lively capture, busy streets, shopping malls, markets, hotels, a fantastic waterfront, beautiful mosques, magnificent mountains and parks. In little over a generation, Abu Dhabi has been transformed into one of the great trading and business centers of the world. It is now a thriving cosmopolitan city with a proud heritage rooted in the traditions and values of its deserts and sea-going origins.
Isn't it amazing how much everything has changed in less than a single lifetime?